work, you know. I can see why. It's pretty fun to play.
Honestly, a really solid character. Doesn't have a lot of cheese.
Right.
But the combos and the ability to be able to utilize your moves in unique ways. It's not a straightforward character. You have to be very creative to be able to play this one.
And I feel like this is another one of those characters where like they kind of rely on that fundamental skill to kind of like, you know, bring out how good you can actually be with the pit. But you know, you're fighting against Chase, one of the best Palutenas in the game right now, man. They're on the rise. I believe they're #1 in SoCal or top tier in SoCal anyway. You know, they're an extremely good player, and they're definitely going to show us why with this Palutena. It's hot.
Looking at trying to get those nairs started. I'm unsure how Pit really deals with these nairs other than the nairs of his own, but you just won't get as much as Palu gets. That character's nair is a crime.
I was going to say, yeah, you're right. I was going to say, you see Chase already setting up for the ledge jumps. You know, they're ready to kind of cover any situation on the ledge that Sawstep will choose.
I do see the Pit jumps being able to come into a really good effect. I didn't even take into consideration that the explosive flame could get beat out by the down B. I don't know what the shield is actually called, but man, so far not too shabby here from Sawstep as he starts.
We got drag downs?
Wild. Good grab, and the percentage is looking super solidly even.
And you gotta wonder, like, kind of who benefits from the situation now, right? You know, they're kind of even percent, but it's more about how they get the kill. Is Sawstep gonna find these 4-throw kills? No. Chase is gonna be benefited off these SDs instead. What another gift? We got another gift on stream. I guess it's Chase's birthday too, apparently.
Everybody's birthday today.
Damn.
Okay. A couple nairs into the up air. 2 coming through. Chase keeping the pressure on. Good air dodge from Sawstep, though, and the dash attack is going to set up for a ledge trap situation, possibly. No, yeah. Chase just bullying.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what's going on.
It's oppressive. I feel like this is what Palutena's kind of X factor is. It's oppression. You know what I mean? It might not be the cheese that you're needing, but it's literally oppression. What do you do when Palutena is spamming that back air on your shield? You know, how do you get past it as Pit?
Yeah, when you have the ability to press really good buttons consistently, yeah, it becomes difficult, as we're seeing Sawstep finding their way back to the stage really well, but it's neutral, and this might just be an attestament to who Chase is as a player right now.
Yeah.
Couple hits on shield. Sawstep trying to find their way in, looking for the up tilt, and that will confirm into an up air.
Okay.
Which kills.
I was wondering what the up tilt was for, but yeah, if it confirms the up smash, then fair enough with the up air. But who cares about confirms, bro? I got this big shield just waiting for your face at a slam right there.
And you can't do anything about it. That's the thing. It's an invincible shield. Okay, being able to catch this. Good job with the nair. They're going to have to do it again.
This is where Pit shines now, right? The edge guarding, but still just can't find that kill. Chase finding a way to get back to stage, and now it's a suppression session yet again.
There it is. That'll do it. A fresh nair on a new stock and a little bit of a taunt to be able to get himself powered up.
I feel that's good though. You gotta psych yourself up, you know. I do like that Sawstep is not giving up. They're trying to make sure that they can understand the gameplay and kind of keep up with Chase. But at the moment, Chase is doing a great job of maintaining this lead.
I have never seen that down tilt in the up smash before. That's wild.
Maybe it works at low percent. It's a good combo starter, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, talking about a good combo starter. Apparently, Chase's moves just combo into everything.
I love the ideas from Sawstep. You know, they're doing a lot of like decent concepts of like, you know, down tilt into the nair drag down, but they're just missing that final hit, and that's not going to benefit you against Chase, who's getting consistent damage anytime they're near you.
Yeah, it becomes a very, very difficult spot. We talked about Pit having to be a unique and creative in the way that they're going to approach this.
For sure.
Oh man. Good stuff. Nair into side B. Chase calling out the lack of an air dodge. And I think they might just be running it back. I've seen a finger go up and maybe a little bit of a twirl.
That's that universal sound from man, you know, run it back. There was no issues with the stage, with anything. It was all on me. And I need to prove why. It was just my fault. I can see what I can do to kind of like, you know, improve on that. And I don't think the Pit is exactly a bad pick in this matchup. It doesn't seem that bad. There's a lot of things they can do. It's just that Sawstep just kind of has to show like what they can do to kind of like, you know, expose that from Chase. You know, what can they do to kind of like exploit maybe Palutena's weaknesses?
Yeah, what
if any?
Yeah, Palutena just being an exceptional character overall, just very unique in the way that they approach the game, because you don't see a lot of these characters that just run the Nair trains like they do.
Yeah, that mid-level tax, right?
That that's exactly it. And the shield as well. You can't just try to bully them down.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it right now. The back air after back air. Sawstep trying to get something started with the up tilt.
Finding the Nair though.
Yeah, just a little bit. Ledge trapping, not quite coming through. Chase is just so creative in the way that they get off ledge.
It just feels that they have so much stage control. You know, they're floating all around, flying around across the stage, while Sawstep's kind of, you know, stood in center stage, just stood there, kind of waiting menacingly for Chase to approach, and Chase is still in the lead somehow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need stage control. Stage control is just a concept, right?
To
be able to add. Chase looking for the up air, following up with the Nair, 140%. Sawstep needs to come up with a way to be able to make it back, and is going to make it back through the Angel platform.
Yeah, that presence of just being there, just kind of scaring Sawstep, forcing an option from them. And unfortunately, it was the wrong option. Chase going to take that stock, and look at the damage, the mid-level tack. You got to pay up, bro. Pay that up.
40% immediately. Okay. A little bit of a coverage on the air dodge. Sawstep, keep it going. Keep it. Nope. There's the Nair.
And you see, Chase is throwing a lot of back airs on top of Sawstep's shield, but if you notice shortly, they're actually mixing up the timing. And you saw Sawstep actually going for the spot dodge back then and just getting punished for it. So you see Chase mixing it up to kind of keep it ambiguous on when he's going to throw that hit, managing to find these hits and keep it, you know, real tough for Sawstep.
Yeah, the single hits are indeed pretty difficult to be able to deal with if you're mixing up the timing appropriately. Single jab into Bear, man. Chase is cooking.
Yeah, for real. I don't think Sawstep is a fan of how it tastes. And oh man, 3 stocks to 1. It's just looking all doom and gloom right now for Sawstep.
Yeah, that is high heat. We are getting into the later points in bracket, which means sometimes you're going to find a whole bunch of different skill levels as people make it or don't make it.
Yeah.
I personally would love to see a game number 3 here, but Chase is putting my dreams to rest.
Yeah, Chase doesn't want any of that, man. He just wants to put this to bed, make it out of pools, and just, you know, wait on for the next day for day 2. And he's doing a good job of just keep going there at the moment. It can be so hard to kind of like get your way in on Chase. You know, he just seems to have it all figured out right now.
You know, he figured out something. He got the timing on at least one of those back airs, being able to punish with a dash attack. Good stuff from Sawstep, being able to spot dodge again. I love those up Bs that are very consistent. Chase is not missing those auto cancels at all, and is putting them in a great spot.
Yeah.
Goes for the ledge trump into the ledge guard. Back air is going to reset that situation. Chase is going to find their way back to stage.
I like the arrows, though, to kind of interrupt Chase. And he actually got a reversal of their own. Just couldn't maintain the stock, and now it's Chase's turn. The run-off Nair, as we saw from Spare earlier, seemed to be doing a lot of work, and that back air just slamming him all the way to the right side.
My God, Chase was absolutely dominant in that match.
Yeah.
You love to see it, honestly. I think Chase is going to go pretty far in this bracket.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You said number 1 SoCal?
I believe so. I might be wrong, guys. If I am, my bad. But I believe that they're like in the top 5 at least of SoCal. They're extremely highly ranked. And even if they're not this time, yeah, they're an extremely good player as well.
Yeah, shout out to SoCal for showing up.
Oh, I love SoCal, man. I love SoCal. When I was in 2019, in my second year of university, I was there for like 7 months.